Hey kids, it's Papa. You ready to explore the Bible? Okay, we've got a lot of territory to cover today, so let's go quickly. All right, turn to Daniel chapter 2. Daniel chapter 2. And remember, the king had had a dream, and he wouldn't tell the solid astrologers and soothsayers and wise men what the dream was. But Daniel said, "Whoa, don't kill us yet. Let me take a nap, and the Lord will give me the dream, and then we'll be able to interpret it for you." And so his three friends prayed, probably prayed all the time that Daniel was sleeping. And sure enough, Daniel woke up. And I want you to see what happened. In verse 19, then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision, and Daniel blessed the God of heaven. And we'll see that the next few verses, Daniel's doing nothing but praising God. Wow, Lord, you did it. You gave me the dream. You've shown me what it means, and you've saved our lives, as well as the lives of probably some of these other shysters. But so he went in and he told the prince of the eunuchs, the prince of the guard, and said, "Hey, listen, I've got it. Take me into the king." So Daniel went in before the king. Um, and he said, it's interesting that the captain of the guard, ironic, not ironic, but ironic, brought in Daniel before the king, verse 25, in haste, and said thus unto him, I have found a man of the captives of Judah that will make known unto the king the interpretation. Okay, I have found him. Yeah, you were about to kill him. But in any case, notice verse 26. And the king answered and said unto Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, Art thou able to make known unto me the dream which I have seen and the interpretation thereof? Notice that Daniel didn't take credit for it. Okay, everybody takes credit for things, but Daniel didn't. Notice Daniel says in verse 27, Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, The secret which the king hath demanded cannot the wise men and astrologers and magicians and soothsayers show unto the king. But there is a God in heaven that revealeth secrets and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dream and the vision of thy head upon thy bed are these. Okay? He says, okay, here's the dream. You saw an image, you saw a statue, and the head was gold, and the shoulders were and arms were of silver, and the middle part was of brass, and then down his knees and his was iron, and then his feet were iron and clay. Okay, so it starts out quality of gold, and then goes a little bit less quality of silver, and then of iron, of brass, and then of iron, and then iron and clay. And Daniel said, God is showing you that there are all of these kingdoms that are going to be set up. You are the head of gold. Your kingdom is amazing. But after you, there's going to come a kingdom of silver. And they're going to be good, but not as good as you. And then there's going to come a kingdom of brass, and then of iron, and then of iron and clay. But then he said there was a rock. It was hewn out without hands. And this rock came hurtling down, and it struck the image, and the image was just disintegrated, and the wind blew its pieces away. And the rock became a mountain and filled the earth. And he's saying, this is the kingdom of God that's coming. Why does God give prophecy? It's interesting that all of this took place because there was the kingdom of Babylon that was gold, and then there was the king of the Medo the kingdom of the Medo-Persians that was silver, and then there was the brass kingdom of the Greeks, and then there was the iron kingdom of Rome, and then came the Dark Ages, and now we have a kingdom of iron and of clay, and we're not exactly sure what that means because we aren't past it. Here's the thing, prophecy is not given to us so that we will know the future, as much as prophecy is given to us so that after he fulfills the prophecy, we go, wow, God did it exactly the way he said he'd do it. And what it does is it builds trust in our hearts for the prophecy giver, namely God. That's the reason for prophecy. Prophecy is not as much to help us know the future, but after the prophecy is fulfilled, to know that the prophecy giver was God. So that's what it's all about. Now, after this, we find that Daniel and his friends were promoted. We see that it happened. Notice, let's see, where is it? Jump on down to verse 46. Then King Nebuchadnezzar fell on his face and worshipped Daniel, and commanded that they should offer an oblation of sweet odors unto him. And the king answered unto Daniel and said, of a truth it is that your God is a God of gods, and a Lord of kings, and a revealer of secrets, seeing thou couldst reveal this secret. Then the king made Daniel a great man, and gave him many gifts, and made him ruler over whole province of Babylon, and chief of the governors over all the wise men of Babylon. And Daniel requested of the king that he set Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego over the affairs of the province of Babylon. But Daniel sat in the gate of the king. You know, the Bible tells us a lot about Daniel, but it never tells us anything negative about Daniel. Have you ever thought about that? There are a lot of great men in the Bible, but it always tells us something that they did wrong, some sin they committed, something that they got, proud about. But the Bible never tells us anything negative about Daniel. Daniel was a man of faith. Daniel was a man who loved God. Daniel didn't care about what happened around him, didn't care about promotions, didn't care about gifts. He basically just wanted to serve God. You know, when we get to that point, when we don't care about gifts and promotions and all of these other things, God can bless us and we will find peace. What have we learned from this? Well, we've learned that only God can reveal secrets. Okay? Because God knows the truth. We've also learned that it is best to humble ourselves and let other people exalt us. That's what Daniel did. So try to put that into practice in your life. Hey, love you guys. See you later. Bye.